So the big picture here is the reason that I'm sitting in this chair right now and I wanted to talk to you guys tonight is I want America to wake up and really focus. Stop watching TV for a minute. Get on the computer and research what's going on in the Gulf. There's people here reporting. There's people here that are living it. We have people breaking out in lesions like I did. I'm not the only one. Upper respiratory problems, ear infections, the sinus infections, the chest infections, what's the pneumonia called? It's some kind of pneumonia. It's chemical pneumonitis, and it's chemically induced pneumonia, and it's really, really bad. I seen some of the cleanup workers down in Venice a couple of days ago. They had a rain out day, so they were all at the local store. They'd been working about a month straight, having a couple of beers, a bunch of guys, And I went over there to get my oil changed. So I walked inside to talk to my neighborhood guys, I know all of them, and Mr. Hart that owns the store. And a friend of mine said, "Kindra, look at my arms." And he was laughing about it because people trust the government and think that everything is okay. He's got brown spots all over his arms. So I thought, well, I've never seen that before. And then as I turned around and I started looking, now my friend is in his mid-40s. So I thought maybe a couple of age spots, the sun might have got to him, But as I turned around and there's guys there that are in their mid-20s, early 20s, and I'm looking at them, I look around, half of them I didn't know. Most of them I knew, but some of them I didn't know. Every single one of them had little brown spots all over their arms. Now today I see my friend with all of the bruising all over her stomach, and it didn't look like somebody punched her in the stomach. It looked like the blood vessels underneath the skin surface were literally breaking, and the blood was slowly coming to the surface. I've never seen anything like that before. We've seen the woman with all the swelling in her face and the same exact bruising all over her chest and all over her stomach. I've seen children with severe rashes, asthma attacks, nosebleeds, severe headaches, sick body aches. I mean, my body's attacked itself several times over the past couple months where I've been in a ball in the middle of my bed. And I'm not the only one. I thought maybe it was because, I go out in the bayou and I go look at it and I go get my samples and I go video it and I go take pictures and try to do my part. But I'm not the only one. It's people are actually getting sick all over the Gulf Coast. So if people who live here are getting sick, then people who come here could very well get sick. Who knows what these chemicals have done to all of these children's reproductive organs? Some of these chemicals are known to make certain species and prior incidents sterile. We're not that much different than the species in the Gulf. As a matter of fact, think about dolphins and whales. They're mammals. They're not living. Most of them are dead. As far as the northern Gulf goes, there's pods of dead dolphins everywhere. This little count that they have, another lie. They shut down the bird rescue almost 2 months ago. Our birds are laying out there. We have 70% of the migratory birds coming to Louisiana's estuaries every year. You know what they're landing in? Contaminated water with dispersants and oil, and they're going into estuaries that's heavily inundated with oil. These are different species from all over the place. My main reason for sitting and talking right now is because I want the rest of the United States to wake up and get involved. We need our fellow American citizens now. Now, if someone in Michigan or California or New York or wherever had a serious oil spill and they needed our help and the government was doing this to them, I'm sorry, but life just couldn't go on as normal. People get so caught up in their own lives, and I completely understand because, believe it or not, I actually do have a life. It's somewhere out there. I haven't visited in about 6.5 months, but I understand that people get involved in their own lives, and I understand that they're busy. I really do. But what's been done in the Gulf is going to eventually affect every single American citizen. And who knows? This is still going to go global. Because as the economy in the United States goes under the sledgehammer, whatever, however you want, whatever analogy you want to use, the racing horse or the football team, the rest of the world's going to feel it. So this isn't just about the United States. This isn't just about the Gulf Coast. This is about a whole planet. Because one hand washes the other, so to speak. And I don't know how I can really, I feel like, and this is just an analogy, people, don't take this the wrong way. Like, people need to be slapped in the face with reality. And the reality is, we can't just sit here and do nothing. The government does not have a plan. BP is in the process of pulling the response efforts out of the Gulf. We have got to step up to the plate and say something. I don't care if they're ringing their local governor's phone off the hook and he's got to call the other state representatives, congressmen, senators, whoever. Make contact with somebody. Share a video. Put up a link. Watch what's going on. Call your friends. Call your mama. Call your cousin that you ain't talked to in 10 years. Tell them about what's going on in the Gulf. Because eventually it's going to affect everyone. I don't think that people on the Gulf Coast has lost faith in the government. The government isn't the government that the Gulf Coast thought they were to begin with. So, the only way that I think that we're going to reiterate any type of trust or open line of communication or level of certainty or try to find an ounce of faith in the ones that are sitting in our government positions is if America demands it. Because they are the few and we are the many. Bottom line, this is our planet, my planet, your planet, and it's your planet. So we all need to come together, and I don't care. Be creative. Send letters out. Write a letter. Make 500 copies. Send it to all of them. And do this over and over again. Go to your local news station. Tell them that you want to be interviewed because you have something to say about the disaster in the Gulf. Today, as I stood there and we started going into the health effects, they're not concerned. I'm afraid that people are, with the level of, the government is so unconcerned about the health effects of the oil spill that every single time it's brought up, they change the subject. I mean, it was even laughed upon today by one of our government officials. She thought it was funny. I guess she didn't think it was funny when I told her about the 3 lesions turning in line lesions, turning into 28 lesions. She didn't think that was too funny. She didn't think it was funny when 4 different people in the room talked about having chemical pneumonitis. She didn't think it was funny when I told her about the brown liquid leaking out of my husband's ears for 3 months. The government officials didn't find that funny, but however, they still changed the subject because they're unconcerned. How would people, someone said to me, if this happened in New York or if this happened in California, everyone would be in an uproar. Would you? Would you be in an uproar? Would you? This is your planet. Get in an uproar because it's happening to you just like it's happening to us. Enough's enough. We have to get on the same page. They're not on the same page. None of them knows what's going on. There's no boss in their situation. They're a bunch of idiots. We have to do something. Get off your butt. Write a letter. Call somebody. Please do something. We need your help. For real. All set aside. Do something. Thank you. Have a great day.